He had already handed over all his money to the robbers, but one of them still pulled the trigger because of a cheap promise ring and killed his fiancée. The robber ran away in fear, leaving behind a man who had been waiting for his wedding day. Strangely, the man did not call the police or seek revenge. Instead, he spent his days solving math equations. He spent several years building a time machine, hoping to go back and save his girlfriend. He placed his hand on the control lever, and time began to rewind quickly. In a flash, he returned to that tragic night. He grabbed his girlfriend and rushed her out of the dark alley into a crowded street. He thought everything had changed, but while he was buying flowers, his girlfriend was killed by a runaway carriage. No matter what he did after that, she always died that same night, each time in a different way. To find a way to change the past, the man decided to travel into the future. As the time machine started again, the world around him changed. Plants in the lab grew rapidly. Later generations turned the lab into a warehouse. The auto industry advanced quickly. Women's rights grew stronger. Store mannequins wore shorter skirts. The man became more determined to save his girlfriend, but he accidentally dropped her locket out of the time machine. Her photo inside turned to ash. When he looked up again, tall buildings were rising into the sky. Machines not only flew but also traveled through outer space. Humans even built a base on the far side of the moon. Time finally stopped in the year 2030. The man went to a library, but to his surprise there were no books at all. No one used paper in the future. Everything had become digital. The librarian was an artificial intelligence. The man searched for a long time, but found no knowledge about time travel. He had no choice but to travel farther into the future. Suddenly the time machine shook violently. The man stopped it quickly. Time landed on the year 2037. The once busy streets were now in ruins. Confused, the man walked out to investigate. Just then soldiers appeared and pulled him away. They said that during the moon colonization project, humans had accidentally knocked the moon out of orbit. It broke apart, and Earth was struck with a deadly disaster. The man used the eruption of magma to run back to the time machine, but a shock wave from the ground hit him. He fell unconscious and accidentally pushed the control lever all the way down. Time began to move at its highest speed. The outside world changed violently. He slowly woke up and managed to pull the lever back. Time stopped in the year 80,000. When he woke up again, he found himself in a place he had never imagined, a primitive human tribe.